Could Rhode Island land the Connecticut Sun? WNBA Relocation. Explain. What would it take for Rhode Island to acquire the Connecticut Sun? Should we really be optimistic about this? It might be true that Rhode Island faces an uphill battle in its quest to attract the WNBA's Connecticut Sun, to the point where it seems futile to even entertain the notion. Could it be that we are being manipulated, much like how Bob Kraft and the New England Patriots once played us and Connecticut to secure a new stadium in Foxborough? Or perhaps we simply aren't putting in enough effort. Earlier this month, news surfaced that potential buyers for the Sun are considering relocating a team within New England, with the Amica Mutual Pavilion in Providence being a prime candidate. This made me reflect on Alan Hassenfeld, the former CEO of Hasbro, who passed away on July 8th. In the past, Hassenfeld was the type of individual that governors or high-ranking executives would consult when contemplating bold initiatives, such as bringing a professional sports franchise to the smallest state in the nation. Get Roadmap, a weekday briefing from seasoned Rhode Island journalists, focusing on the most significant issues in the Ocean State. Enter email. More likely, it was Hassenfeld who would initiate those conversations, as he did in late 1994 when he facilitated a meeting between Kraft and the incoming governor, Lincoln Almond. In the case of the Sun, Governor Dan McKee is not merely seeking a meeting. He has already visited the AMP with a prospective buyer for the franchise. He mentioned to WPRO's Tom Quinlan over the weekend that he envisions constructing an AAU sports facility that could also serve as a training center for a professional team. What McKee, and indeed all of Rhode Island, urgently requires is a figure like Hassenfeld to rally the business and political communities to mount a vigorous campaign to attract the Sun to Providence. The advantages for Rhode Island are clear. The WNBA is currently experiencing a surge in popularity, largely thanks to Caitlin Clark, the extraordinary guard from the Indiana Fever who has transformed women's basketball in just a few years. Remarkably, she is only 23 years old, suggesting she will likely remain one of the most recognized athletes globally for the next decade. From a logistical standpoint, the AMP could greatly benefit from having a summer tenant. The WNBA season concludes before the Providence College men's basketball season kicks off, and hosting 20 or more home games with 8,000 fans each would provide a significant boost to the downtown area. This could also persuade some women's basketball enthusiasts from southern New England to enjoy the sport and spend their money in Providence, rather than traveling to Uncasville or Stores. However, we have much to demonstrate to the franchise and any potential buyers. The Sun is reportedly on the market because its current owners, the Mohegan tribe, engaged the investment bank Allen & Company earlier this year to explore their options. The tribe acquired the team for $10 million in 2003, but a sale could yield over $200 million. It's easy to be captivated by Boston and its significantly larger television market, and Governor Maura Healey is actively courting a WNBA franchise. Meanwhile, in Connecticut, Governor Ned Lamont has expressed a desire to see the team play more games in Hartford. It would take someone like Hassenfeld to engage what remains of Rhode Island's major corporations to make substantial investments in arena sponsorships and luxury suites, as these would require far more financial commitment than what they currently allocate for the Providence Bruins or Rhode Island SC at the new USL Soccer Stadium in Pawtucket. Has anyone even reached out to Lori White at the Greater Providence Chamber of Commerce? Or anyone from the Partnership for Rhode Island? Where is the initiative to persuade former Providence College women's basketball star and current ESPN NBA analyst Doris Burke to publicly endorse a WNBA bid? We also need a leader to unify our political figures. This would be a significant victory for McKee as he heads into an election year. But that shouldn't deter former CVS executive Helena Folks or House Speaker Joe Shekarchi from backing the initiative. McKee should not hesitate to seek their support. Rhode Island has long needed its own version of Jack Cotters, the legendary Boston advertising mogul and philanthropist who passed away last year. Hassenfeld was one of the few individuals who possessed similar capabilities. Is there anyone else willing to step up? Dan McGowan can be reached at dan.mcgowan@globe.com. Follow him at Dan McGowan. Connecticut Sun stays in CT for 2026 season. Mohegan Sun Arena plans revealed. Is the Connecticut Sun about to make a blockbuster move? Or are the rumors just smoke and mirrors? The future of this WNBA franchise has stirred up passionate debate. And if you're a basketball fan, you'll definitely want to know what's really happening behind the headlines. The Connecticut Sun has officially confirmed it will remain rooted in Connecticut and continue to play at Mohegan Sun Arena through the 2026 season. This assurance comes in a direct letter the team sent to its loyal season ticket holders, which was recently obtained by NBC Connecticut. In the message, fans are not only invited to renew their season tickets, but also reassured that the team is committed to staying put, at least for the foreseeable future. But here's where it gets controversial. Earlier this month, a member of Boston City Council put forth a resolution advocating for a WNBA franchise in Boston. This proposal was linked to persistent media speculation that the Sun, owned by the Mohegan tribe, could potentially be sold or relocated. The possibility of losing the team to another city, especially one as sports-hungry as Boston, immediately fueled concern, rumors, and heated online debate among fans. To directly address these swirling rumors, the Connecticut Sun emphasized in their letter, "We know there has been a lot of conversation in the media about the future of the team, but please know that we will be playing the 2026 season here at Mohegan Sun Arena and thus are very happy to be able to start our season ticket auto-renewal process." In other words, the organization wants fans to rest easy for now and feel confident about renewing their support next season. This clear affirmation from the Sun comes just as the team prepares for an exciting home game against the Los Angeles Sparks. The timing couldn't be more strategic. There's nothing like live, thrilling basketball to remind the community exactly why keeping the team in Connecticut matters so much. And this is the part most people miss. While the team promises to stay put in 2026, there's still plenty left up in the air about what happens after that. Could a future sale or relocation still be on the table? Some fans argue that this announcement is little more than a short-term reassurance, while others see it as solid proof of the team's commitment to Connecticut for years to come. So what do you think? Is the Sun's message enough to calm the waters? Or are you still worried about a potential move to a bigger market like Boston? Should Connecticut residents rally even harder to keep their team? Or might a fresh start elsewhere be a win-win? Drop your thoughts below. Whether you're cheering for the Sun to stay or open to the idea of change, your opinion could spark the next big conversation in women's basketball. Will the Connecticut Sun stay or move? Inside the battle for the WNBA team, imagine the excitement and uncertainty surrounding the future of the Connecticut Sun, a beloved WNBA team. The Mohegan tribe, which owns the team, has been quietly exploring a potential sale since the spring, and the news has sparked a flurry of interest from neighboring states. But here's where it gets controversial. Rhode Island and Massachusetts have both expressed a keen interest in luring the Connecticut Sun to their respective states. Target 12 reported that Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee has already met with a potential buyer based in the Ocean State, hinting at a possible relocation. However, the Mohegan leadership has confirmed that the team will continue to play in Connecticut for the 2026 WNBA season, despite these external interests. This decision, while reassuring for fans in Connecticut, leaves many questions unanswered. Why the sudden interest from neighboring states? And what does this mean for the future of the Connecticut Sun? The Mohegan leadership has stated that they are still evaluating all strategic opportunities, but for now, the team will remain in Connecticut. As Mohegan leadership continues to evaluate all strategic opportunities, the Connecticut Sun plan to play at Mohegan Sun Arena for the 2026 WNBA season, they said in a statement to News 8. This announcement comes as a relief to many fans who have been following the team's journey closely. But the story doesn't end there. Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee's office released a statement reiterating their commitment to making a strong case for why Rhode Island should be the future home of the Connecticut Sun. They emphasized that major decisions and deals like this take time and require thorough due diligence. Meanwhile, Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey has been actively engaging with potential ownership groups, investors, and industry experts about the possibility of bringing a WNBA team to Boston. Massachusetts is the birthplace of basketball, Healey said in a statement. Boston is the most exciting sports town and sports market in the country, and we have phenomenal enthusiasm for women's sports. Just look at how the WNBA has sold out TD Garden 2 years in a row. We're ready for a WNBA team in Boston. This enthusiasm is palpable, and it raises an intriguing question. Could Boston's rich sports history and fervent fan base make it a more attractive option for the Connecticut Sun in the long run? And this is the part most people miss. The decision to keep the team in Connecticut for the 2026 season doesn't necessarily mean that the team will stay there permanently. The Mohegan leadership's ongoing evaluation of strategic opportunities suggests that the future of the Connecticut Sun is still very much up in the air. So, what do you think? Should the Connecticut Sun stay in Connecticut? Or would a move to Rhode Island or Massachusetts be a better fit for the team's future? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss the potential implications of this exciting development in the world of women's basketball.